See, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yoshai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. We say the one that person and elders are great, most and well teachers are persons in the truth. And we say salutation, solely accurate, to pushing the word and the truth and sincerity day in and day out in the continuing season out of season. We say Shalom. And once again, going into a video here, and this basically touching upon, the saying. I said a couple of days ago in a previous video that I would go through some of the sayings that we say in the Caribbean here and do videos upon it. Now, one of the sayings that the Jakes on the island here to say is after joy is sorrow. It's something that we grow up hearing. It's something that we heard our grandparents or older folks on the island here continue to say. And they used to tell us, after joy is sorrow, right? After joy is sorrow. So, as you can see, it's a Trinity sayings, right? It say after joy is sorrow. After partying and merriment, sorrow usually comes. Right, so it's a saying like when the older people tell you that, right? It's usually a saying that you're joyful, you're happy, as it say, being merry, and sorrow come right after it. You understand? Sorrow come right after it. Let me see if I click this page here. Right, it's a Trinity sayings. Right, so you say after joy is sorrow. After partying and merriment, sorrow usually comes. It's commonly told to children when they are romping recklessly, which usually ends up with one of them being hurt. Now, with that saying, it just reminds me of what is going on right now. How everybody in that joyful spirit, everybody in that laughter in mirth, being in laughter and so forth, and sorrow is right around the corner. You understand? And that is something that usually with these jakes. They always partying, they always being merry, they always doing these things, and sorrow is right there. Because with the prophecies and with the things that come in their way, all our joy is going to turn into sorrow. Let's bring our script here. This is Proverbs chapter 14. I'll read verse 13. It says, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 13. Right, it says, even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. And the end of that mirth is heaviness. So when you look up the meaning of the word mirth, right? It says mirth, it says amusement, especially as expressed in laughter. Right? So when you look up mirth, it means glee, cheerfulness, merriness, festivity, cheer, merriment, right? So that mirth, it's a gladness, right? It's a gladness or accompanied with laughter. So it say, as the scripture says, even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. So the end of that joy is heaviness, and that is what going to happen to plenty of you all. You all believe that you will continue to laugh, continue to joke, right? Continue to believe everything is a game. Continue to think everything is amusement, right? But the after joy is sorrow, and it was something that was is a saying that was beat in our head. As a youth, you hear the older generation beating in the head. Even us as we just tell the younger generation that after joy is sorrow, right? After joy is sorrow. So that all our amusement, all I have right now, all our amusement, all our joyfulness, all I have. You understand, to continue to abide, to enjoy wickedness. Right around the corner is sorrow. Right around the corner is sorrows. Sorrows is awaiting. Because all that joy and all that mirth is going to turn into sorrow. That mirth is going to what? Go from the land. Right? Let me go to our scripture here. Go to Second Ezra chapter 16. Right? Second Ezra chapter 16, I'll go to verse 18. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. So it's telling you one time the beginning of sorrows. So why all am I be in joy right now? All am I be happy? All am I be all in a festivity spirit, right? Being in a moodful spirit, being, as I say, merriment. You understand? All in no worries, all the laughing, all the laughing, all the thinking everything is a game, everything is a kicks and a kicks and jokey situation. Soon as sorrow is about to come your way. So as it say, after joy is sorrow. So it's the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, right? So one time after that joy is it will be the beginning of sorrows. Because right now you'll continue to be in the amusement of wickedness. You understand? You'll find joy out of the wickedness you'll continue to do. And wait is coming to clean and stop that is sorrows. Right? They say the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? What shall I do when this evil shall come? So ask yourself, what is it going to do? You're still going to be joyful because it say here what? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. That is nothing nice. Sorrows ain't nothing nice. Because when you look at the meaning of the word sorrows, right? When you look at the meaning of the word sorrows, they say a feeling of deep distress caused by loss, disappointment, or other misfortune suffered by oneself or others. It's a feel or display deep distress, and that is what's going to happen to you all. Now you're as I say, that joy is going to turn the sorrow. Now you're joying, you're joyful, you're in the amusement, you're happy, you're nothing to worry about. That mirth, in that mirthful spirit, right? But soon that is going to be turned into a sorrowful spirit, where you're going to be in distress. You understand? You're going to be in distress. You're going to be in pain. Right? So a scripture that come to my mind is Timothy. It's in Timothy. You know what? Let's see if I find it here quick. Let's give me a minute. Yeah. So it's 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. It said, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And look at perilous, it means imminent danger, right? So that is what coming your way. That joy is going to turn into sorrow, as I say, perilous times. So that happiness is going to disappear, right? And sorrows is the next thing coming your way. You're about to see great death, great mournings. You're going to be caught up in it, right? Because after joy is sorrow. So going back to the second Esdras, as I say here, so what? At the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine. Famine is nothing nice. Famine is nothing nice. You all boast about the food you all continue to eat on a daily basis, and the food you all eat, it contaminated, it defile, right? It defile. But you all continue to boast. You'll be posting on the pictures and this and that, or a happy restaurant week, all these things. So the scripture say the beginning of famine. If you when you look up famine, it means the scarcity of something. Right? The scarcity of something. So that scarcity of that food, that famine, it's way feel. Jake can go a day without eating. Right? So how you feel it going on? How you feel it going on? B, when they hear that here going on, it have a scarcity of food. And the government now have to ration out food. And that when they open the fridge, you see a fridge empty. You turn around, you see a child crying because they're hungry and you have nothing to give them. Wouldn't that mean that all your joy gone? So sorrows is what you're facing. Right? Because plenty of you all believe that you're not going to go through these sorrows. Right? You all believe everything is going to be good. You all laugh, you all scorn. Scorn are the words that the Lord say. But at the end of the day, who don't hear this? And that is the next thing. That is the next saying we just say. Who don't hear this feel? And that might be my next video going into these sayings. Right? It say the beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars. That's all. Before I go to the speech, I say and great death. You feel like going to be in joy when you see your mother, your father, your child, your wife die in that time. Can't even bury them because the place hot. You know, Jacob's trouble happening. You know what to do. You feel it go and laugh. You feel it go and be in a mirthful spirit. You feel it go and be joyous. You feel it go and be merryful. No. Right? It's a the beginning of wars. You feel all the woman going and be happy when your son get picked up for the draft. That is what going to come your way. Sorrow's going to come your way. Right now, all any state of that mood, you know, that joy. You all, as I say, you're all facing certain things right now. But the sorrows is right around the corner. You all could go to the restaurant weeks. You know, restaurant week. You know, go in all the restaurant, eat, you know, post a picture, show with some of the food, thing, you know, flex for the Instagram. You understand? But when that famine hit, we all go and cry. So you see the beginning of wars and powers shall stand in fear. It said the beginning of evils. So that joy gone. Now it's the beginning of the sorrows that going to come your way. That is why you're supposed to get yourself right. that is why we not only supposed to look at the Lord, right? Or look for the Lord in the bad times, but also in the good. They say acknowledge the Lord in all your ways. Not when something bad, all of a sudden you stoop down and pray. You will kneel down and pray, sorry. You will kneel down and pray. Right? They say the beginning of evil, so the evils come now. So where joy? Or they're still going to jump up, or they're still going to be merryful. They say which. Which. Come on. No, sorry. Right? So it's which usually ends up with one of them being hurt, right? So if it is going to come your way, hurt. Listen to the thing. It's the beginning of evils, right? The beginning of evils. You feel anything coming good there? You feel anything nice coming? They say the beginning of evils is so much of sorrows going to come your way, so much of pain. Because we don't mention great mournings, we don't mention famines, we don't mention great death, we don't mention wars. You know, we ain't going to the pestilences. You understand? The things the Lord say He going to plague all your houses with. All that joy is going to be turned into sorrow. Right? So you see the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? What are you going to do? It said, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from the wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Right? So Gemaka say, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish, all these things mentioned here is nothing to be joyful of. It's nothing to be happy of, because these things coming is to torment all it. You understand? You're not going to be merry. For matter of fact, with the way how the place going to be, you all not going on, you all can't even go anywhere. You understand? Do even talk when it's time to introduce that MOTB, when it's time to buy or sell. Right? So that joy is going to be turned into sorrow. What should I bring on this now? Right? So yeah. So after joy is sorrow. Always remember that. You all could scoff and scorn, no, because you're all in that joy. You know, when you hear the word, you could scoff, you could scorn, but soon that joy is about to be turned into sorrow. Right? So until next time, until the next saying, you know, as I say, I know here, And I'll say one as who don't hear us feel. You know, once you living in the Caribbean, you just hear that right through. Who don't hear us feel. That might be my next video, or it could be our next one according to the Spirit. But always remember, after joy is sorrow, and its sorrows come on you all way. So with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. We said about our apostles and elders, our great most and well teachers, our apostles and truth. And we see salutations, so the Akim pushing the word and truth and sincerity day in and day out. You know, constantly in season on season, we say, Shalom.